Oh my god, what is going on? That poor man! Get him out of there! Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing you another Switch 2 replay. This is a 2v2 on the map Minsk Pocket. So now I officially can get into replay. This replay was actually I was about to do the day before I got checked into the ER because I got COVID and things got bad. And then for 2 weeks I couldn't do any replays and I couldn't do it for another week and yeah, things got bad. But good news is I'm better and I'm going through all the replays you guys sent me. Even though a patch came out and I'm on my backup computer just trying to get it done, so I may unfortunately never get to some of your replays, guys, but I will do what I can. Meanwhile, we got ourselves 2 players on Minsk Pocket. We got Who, What, When, Where, Why, Plazvich, The Joker's Laugh from, oh god, The Killing Joke, and Saparu. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Soviet, Brit, OKW, and Vermach. Kubel opening fire on the Brits. Brits trying to return fire, dish out some damage, doing what he can. And looks like he's doing a bit of good work against that Kubel. Trying to force him back, trying to do what he can to at least bring him down on health. Sturm Pioneers on standby, put down some cover. Volk squads as well over there. Looks like Conscript's putting a lot of pressure on the Pioneers. By the way, Who looks like he's going with Pioneers and MG. No Grenadiers. Very interesting indeed. Meanwhile, MG is currently opening fire on the Conscripts. Pioneers coming on in pretty close to try to take him down. Looks like that might be the case. He's going to move in for some shredding action with the Pioneers and force them back. And we do have a squad coming on in to take him out, but I don't know how effective that is going to be. Pioneers up north do push back the Soviet engineers pretty effectively, so very nice job there. And it looks like if we continue to see, Pioneers are going to grab territory and come down to help out the MG on... looks like they should be able to be just fine. British infantry, 3 squads in total, currently pushing back the Germans, hitting the Sturm Pioneers, forcing them back. Volk squads are now moving to cover, still trying to hold. Yeah, the Sturm Pioneers need to get some heals if they want to continue. Not looking all that great. Driving the Sturms back, we have a Universal Carrier coming on in. With that, they should be able to beat back the OKW forces. Platz is going to have to retreat, especially with the MG currently in development. Meanwhile, we got Pioneers quickly grabbing territory, even though the MG, it looks like, had to run back to base. But that's not a problem, really. Another MG going back to grab the VP to start that pressure. Neither side has really captured the VP point yet, which is very interesting. Everyone's fighting over the points. Unfortunately, that Kubel's not going to be fighting over points. And actually, Volk Squad might be taken out. Come on, go for the kill. Universal Carrier's trying to take the shot. And he managed to get one. Come on, come on. And he gets the second one. Excellent job. Volk squad's retreating back to base. And Universal Carrier does an excellent job getting a number of kills. So, great work there. Conscripts opening fire on the Pioneers. Technically, at range, they should win that fight, but the Pioneers will still grab the munitions. Resource-wise, it's going to definitely help out the Germans, pushing them 42-26 compared to the Allies being only at 21-20, even though they did have some nice wins. So I'm assuming what they'll do is try to grab some additional territory as the enemy had to fall back. Conscripts trying to push on in to beat back the Pioneers, although they are charging on in on the Conscripts. I don't think there's enough DPS there to really push back the Conscripts, but wait, as soon as I say it, MG comes on in to suppress. Very nice job. Conscripts are just going to be decimated by the Pioneer squad, slowly but surely, and they'll have to fall back. We do have a flamethrower unit coming on in. Haha, by the way, went with mechanized support, so guards could be great. IL-2 bomb strike, ISU-152, plenty of very good options. Conscripts being chased out by Panzer Grenadiers. Looks like the Soviets should be kept at bay on this side. Meanwhile, on the right, we have British infantry, Universal Carrier, and a few other things. So I'm assuming on the right, the Brits might be able to grab some territory. The remainder of Plaza's forces, which, by the way, is only 2. He's getting an AT gun right now, but oh boy, he is pretty light on men. Now, just to kind of double-check the playtime of these guys, we can check... Oh, right, I'm offline, so I can't even check that. Why am I offline? Because I can't update this game, otherwise it deletes my replays. Oh, and before you say, well, Greyshot, why don't you set Steam to not update? It doesn't, like, literally as soon as Code2 senses an update, it's like, please update, go offline mode. Please update, will not launch game. So as soon as it detects an update, it's like, nope. Which is incredibly frustrating. But But anyway, Sturm Pioneers being lit upon by the Brits, forcing the Sturms back, and yeah, try to get out of their claws so you don't lose any more men. Universal Carrier coming on in, looking for some fresh German meat to mow down. Volk Squad behind some heavy cover. He's going to try to hold out, but again, we have 5-man Brit squads. Let's be very clear on that. That is incredibly powerful infantry, especially early on. Volk Squad, even in heavy cover, is not going to last very long. AT gun coming on in, but again, the Volk Squads are being torn apart. Even without the Universal Carrier there, they're still being trounced by the Brits. So I think they're going to fall back, and the AT gun will be next in the line. Meanwhile, the Soviets are unfortunately being pushed back. We have a double MG here. I think maybe a little more like spread could be a little better. Kind of maybe move one up here and kind of guard this area. Move the other one here and kind of guard a little this area and also the flank just in case. So that way, you know, you don't have Soviet and Brit forces coming in from behind. Because, you know, that would never happen. The Germans never got encircled. Ever. Anyway, that's exactly what's happening. Conscripts forcing the MGs back because of no cover. 222 though coming on in, might get the kill on the Brit. So very low. He will manage to escape though. 222 more busy with the conscripts, which by the way, just double checking, does have AT grenades. So technically Haha could, yeah, especially because he has a double. Yeah, he easily has enough munitions for, like, not only the double AT grenade that will be thrown, but also, like, an additional 2 more. So he's looking pretty stacked at the moment. AT gun and Volk Squad does manage to push back the Brits. The other squad does manage to grab mid. They're putting more cover down. Resource-wise, more favoring the Allies. Good job there. And it looks like the left side as well has been cracked wide open. Hopefully some tripwire mines also go down. Those things are pretty cheap, but also pretty damn effective from what I saw. Again, really great to see. By the way, just a quick reminder, thank you to everyone over the past month who submitted replays. I do apologize, I may not get to your replay, but it does mean a lot that so many of you guys not only sent replays, but send your best wishes while I was currently trying to recover. Truly does help. Truly, I am thankful. I am very thankful, and I'll try, like I said, I'll try to cast as many games as possible. Like this game, I know is from May, so like I said, it could be any time in the last month. I will try to cast your game. But anyway, Sturm Pioneers moving on in with Volk Squads coming in to reinforce the Universal Carrier's like, yeah, I'm not fighting that. Although it has 5 kills in bet 1. 222 opening fire, but in a bit of a pickle. Engine destroyed, kind of in a state of disrepair, and Pioneers being suppressed. One more AT grenade will finish off 222, and the MG will keep back the Pioneers. So, nice little Soviet win. The Joker's Laugh manages to hold the point, actually grabbing all the way to the left VP, which again is going to triple cap the Axis. Although right now the Axis are ahead, a triple cap means a very, very quick turnaround for an opposing force. Armored car has been deployed. Interesting. I think that's that's right now the strongest vehicle on the map right now. I mean, I know we just had 222, but I'm being serious as in like this thing is pretty potent. And let's see, 222 half track. Wait, what's Plaz gone? Plaza's gone with medical, so the best thing he could get is a half track. The battle. Oh god. Panzer headquarters is unfortunately, while going up and probably will get the upgrade shortly, still a while away, like a good chunk of fuel would be required to get a Panzer IV. And unfortunately, Plaza does not have that, nor probably won't have that for another 8 to 10 minutes. So we'll see. I expect the first Panzers to be around this 17 minute mark, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway. Pack 40 moving on in. MG trying to once again guard the area, but now we have guards, also some Soviet mines. Nice. MG suppressing, or no, he's not suppressing the Panzer Grenadiers. MG's looking the wrong way. Bundle grenade being thrown. Hopefully a good hit. That man just went sliding across the map, and he did get 3 models, so good job there. Armored car now opening fire. Mortar just chilling. He doesn't really care. Guard troops coming on in. They do have DP, so they are quite powerful long-range infantry. Although, again, Sturm Pioneer is very good close range. They close the gap. That could do quite a bit. Incendiary going off, actually almost hurting the Volk Squad, if not doing so. And the guard troops will hold the high ground and just murder the Volk Squads. Oh my god. I have the high ground, Volk Squads. I have the high ground. Throws grenade on Panzer Grenadiers. Gets 1 model, but does a lot of health damage. Flamethrower as well coming on in. Armored car providing fire support. And the mortars now coming in. Pack 40 is trying to get line of sight. Panzer Grenadiers taking a lot of damage. Another Flamethrower squad trying to hold and does manage to push back the Soviet engineers, but Brit infantry now upgraded with Brens. Very, very amazing, because that's going to do an incredible amount of damage. Unfortunately, the MG scared them off, so that'll give them a little bit of time. On the right-hand side, we have a British infantry squad. He's not paying attention, and we'll lose that very important squad of infantry section. So, nice to see. Also, some AT guarding him. Hopefully, he grabs some territory and stops the bleed, because right now, the Axis are down on the VP point totals. But it looks like they're about to maybe grab the munitions over here, and it looks like they've driven the Soviets back. Also, minesweepers are in place, so the Soviet mines will be quite... You know what? I'll just eat crow. That's fine. Armored car coming in saying, no, mines are going to be effective. Even if they detect it, I'll blow it up myself. Nice job. Excellent job. MG stopping the conscripts who oorah'd into the bullets, because that makes sense. Unfortunately, I believe the Universal Carrier just blew up. Yep. Blew up on the right-hand side. Royal Engineers maybe were trying to heal it or something, and the, well, Warfare just neutralized it. Volk squad's taking the point. British infantry, though, shredding him. Should be able to quickly grab it. Right now, it looks like the Germans are doing a pretty good job at counterattacking and taking a good chunk of territory away from the Allies. Soviets, by the way, getting up to Tier 3. The Brits have yet to upgrade, although they are easily in sights to do so in just a mere moment. Though, once again, they're in an issue where it's going to take a while to get some fuel. Fies is still probably a good 3 minutes away from even deciding to get armor, and then probably a minute away from deploying it, I would assume, with manpower losses and other things. Guard troops now firing up the hill, and the MG is taking some hits. But the MG is returning fire and suppressing the guard troops. Excellent shots across the board. Meanwhile, MG shredding... well, no, it's suppressing the Panzer Grenadiers, and the MG itself incredibly low on health. And it's being driven off. Hold on. Can they get the kill? They do! Nice kill! Alright, haha, the Joker's laugh manages to get the kill. British infantry pushing on in. Plaz, unfortunately, having some issues with his forces retreating, but he does have some new stuff. And what is that new stuff? Well, it's also retreating, but he has 2 squads Opel Sedan. Surprised we haven't, like, if usually Opel Sedan means, alright, if you're going for a specific doctrine, you're going to get it for the infrared STGs. He's not getting that. So, I would assume he's going lead armored, that's my guess. Who? I have no idea. We'll see. Armored car opening fire. Soviets trying to hold again, but that, I'm sorry, the MG back here is shredding him. Maxim is, though, hitting the Panzer Grenadiers, keeping them suppressed. Panzer Grenadiers trying to finish off those conscripts underneath the trees that keep blocking my sight. Thank you, camera. Armored car, though, opening fire. Nice kill over here with the bundle grenades, forcing the conscripts back with only 2 models remaining. Armored car opening fire. AT gun opening fire on the armored car. Not too shabby. British infantry, though, flanking. No grenade, but will do quite a bit with the MG. I'm sorry, the LMG. Might be able to kill, and they actually succeed. They kill the MG. So that's one more unit that Who does not have. Bringing his total to only 5 units. Plaza only has, what, 7? No, 6. And yeah, right now, population-wise, it's upper 30s, I would say, for the Axis. Allies are upper 30s, or right now, or low 40s, I guess. Just barely made the low 40s. But hey, they're doing pretty well. They're getting a huge portion of the map. They can't advance toward the fuel because of this. Panzer headquarters would shred them if they try to get too close. But that is the situation they're currently dealing with. Is, okay, what do we do in this process? How do we advance? Just one of those things like, okay, how do we come back from this? Well, double Sudan, even with LMGs instead of STG-44s, still pretty sweet. They're very good long range and can tear apart conscripts if used effectively. That being said, if Haha continues to have amazing infantry support, then yeah, double Sudan are going to have a lot of issues being mortared, MG'd, flamethrowered, you name it. Anyway, we got Plaz coming on in. Brits trying to hold them back, though. Looks like also placing mines in the sector. Not too shabby. All the squads are all grouped up together. I'm sure... What could possibly go wrong here? Please get grenades. Please get grenades. Please get grenades. I love how he keeps cycling into a house. It's like, no, I'm in the house. No, I'm in the house. It's like, okay, guys. Alright. Sure. I mean, to be fair, the SCGs are working pretty damn well with the Opel Sedan firing long range. So, a good combo right here, and it does seem to be managing to push back the Brits. So, really great work there. Panzer IV opening fire on the Maxim. Guard troops and conscripts on standby. Panzer Grenadiers being pushed back once again by Who, and he's been driven back to base. Panzer IV, again, good... oh, he went fortified. Okay, so he has smoke and recon, but again, unfortunately, he needs munitions for that stuff, and unfortunately, they don't really have a lot. They have put down a cache. The Allies have yet to put down any caches, so I'll give credit where credit's due. Panzer... Oh, it's a command Panzer IV. My apologies. So anyway, the command tank is currently opening fire. It's using its short barrel, which is why it's not as effective as a Panzer IV. It's still good against infantry, but I think the base Panzer IV, aka the one with the better main gun, long barrel gun, is way better just focusing. Although, to give credit where credit's due, it is at least killing quite a number of their men with 10 kills under its belt. And took a lot of hits. Now, the problem is, I think he's about to die. No, he dropped smoke. Who's going to get out of there? Very nice. Meanwhile, armored car looks like it's trying to help guard mid. Germans do capture the right-hand side, dodging the mines, luckily. Again, you could lose 2 models on that, and if you have a nice big blob, well, you could lose even more. So it's just one of those things where you have to really watch your units and watch out for those mines. Especially blobbing. Like this, theoretically, if they walk together, could be a big issue. Stern Pioneers don't have any minesweepers yet, although that might be advisable with the Allies laying down so many mines. Let's see. Suprio, whatever your name is. You are getting medium armor, okay. Pack guns on standby. Oh, I see. We got T-34, and it's just a 76 variant. I mean, I should have known that by the commander, but I'm also hyped up on coffee, so I wasn't thinking straight. That's my excuse, absolutely. Guard troops opening fire on the Panzer Grenadiers. Can we... Maybe? Okay. Incendiary... Oh, there we go. Incendiary going off, trying to burn some models. Nice bundle grenade driving him back. Conscripts barely alive, trying to get the heck out of there. Flamethrower now active against the Panzer Grenadiers, burning them with the T-34, shredding him as well. Maxim and Pack Gun on the retreat. Conscripts might be able to push on in. Again, the command tank, while good, I don't think can fight a T-34 just because of the short barrel. I have no idea if anyone watches this, and if you do, fantastic. But Time Ghost is currently actually doing the day-by-day, or at least I believe they're doing day-by-day, or at the very least this week they're having the episode on Barbarossa, at least on the first day, through the first few days. And again, it's so interesting because it's like, oh man, the Germans are coming by surprise. The Soviets have no idea what they're in for, and then like the Germans are walking in and meeting T-34s and KV-1s, and they're like, what the hell is this? Why can't we pen it? Nice dodge there, Pioneer Squad. At least you didn't die. But yeah, it's just one of those funny things where it's like, yeah, no, we're gonna send all our BTs and T-26s to die in mass just to hold back the Germans, but let's try to conserve and use our KV-1s and T-34s to our best ability, so that way when the German army comes, they can't pen them, so we'll just kind of delay them as long until we get a defensive line. It won't take that long. How far could the Germans actually get? 3 months later. So they're approaching Moscow. Anyway. It's so interesting that show. But anyway, back to this. Pioneers grab the territory, triple cap once again against the Axis. But that being said, it's neck and neck. Both sides right now have right around 370. Super close. Panzer Grenadiers coming on in to decap that territory, but still the Allies will continue the pressure. Supero is getting a Firefly on the field. Not a bad idea. Help counteract medium armor. We have a Stew coming out by who? Plaus, by the way, is going with... Actually, I have to double check what time that Panzer IV came out. Oof. I'll check that a little bit. Well, actually, I'll check that later to see if it hit my timetable around 17 minutes. I think I was like a minute off, but we'll see. Anyway, MG Stern Pioneers currently fighting some Brits in a trench. The Brits are fantastic at building trenches, and also with the added effect of their LNGs, you can see the Stern Pioneers are taking quite a bit, even though they're under fire from the MG, double Sudan Brits. Round engineers coming on in, but they're way outpaced. Bundle grenade being thrown a bit late, barely doing any damage. Stew coming on in. We have still plenty of mines, although it looks like just by sheer luck they're not hitting them. Left side, T-34 is continuing to do work. Gotta give credit there. 6 kills. Looking pretty sweet. Command tank up to 11 kills. Almost veterancy 1. That would be very nice to have. Again, slowly up your command tank's abilities. Hopefully make it better so that way, well, how do I, just to be honest, that way again, it becomes better, harder to kill, and it keeps improving all your other forces with some nice, extra stuff. Pack 40 backing up the Panzer 4, but once again, short barrel bouncing. Pack 40 does not bounce. Short barrel misses. Guard troops as well, putting pressure on. Direct fire misses. Firefly coming on in. Pushes back the Stug. Royal Engineer could throw an AT grenade, but no, he wants to get out of there. Hopefully he gets out of there in one piece. But yeah, late retreat could have cost him greatly, so good job getting out. German forces moving into mid. Right now, I think the Brits and or Soviets need something in mid to kind of hold this area down, because it seems like Plaz can literally walk in. Hell, Plaz has, oh my, I just realized, 2,000 manpower! What are you doing? Plaz, what are you doing? What is this? What is this? I am so very confused. I get you have 2 sets of infantry, and someone might say, well, Greyshot, he has 2 sets of infantry. I mean, what else is he supposed to do? I don't know, but I do know that, you know, if you have 2,000 manpower and you have abilities for, I don't know, additional, like, units for bringing in supplies or make a mechanized building or something, I would probably get that. But right now, yeah, because right now he is the smallest army on the field, so again, unsure what he's saving up for. Because unless he's saving up for a command Panther, which could be feasible, he still has 1,600 manpower left. He has more than enough. He's Scrooge McDuck, and literally Scrooge is like, yes, you get a dime, because it can affect my savings. And then he just goes diving into his vast quantity of gold doubloons, and just starts swimming through it like a pool. Like, that's how I imagine it. It's like, you have plenty, you can spend something, you're not going to go broke if you get 2 or 3 units, or, you know, just something. T-34 pushing back the infantry very quickly. Command Panther coming in the mid. That might be a problem for the Brits. Right now they're being encircled. 6-pounder on standby. Firefly, though, moving on in as well. Panther may have to worry about the Firefly. Let's see. We don't have any upgrades in terms of rockets, but we do have an upgrade in terms of the Panzer Commander. Misses the Stug. T-34 backing on up. IL-2 bomb strikes available. Can we get a ram? Nope. The Joker's Laugh, unfortunately, gets knocked out by the Panther. Firefly gets a great shot, but again, they need some more damage. Conscripts could come on in to assist, but they're just chilling over here. 6-pounder. Armored car on standby. Knocks out the engine. Firefly and 6-pounder. Oh, Firefly's trying to turn. Oh, bounce. Nice shot with the Zis and the 6-pounder, respectively, knocking out the Panther. Meanwhile, Stu coming on in, most likely to finish it off, but the... Oh my god, armored car going in like a boss, being like, come at me, bro. Gets a pen, and there's a... What the hell is that? Oh my god. Swamp Thing's in there. Swamp Thing, if you can hear me, you're okay. You're just inside of... Oh my god, he's reaching out for help. Oh my god, what is going on? That poor man. Get him out of there. Swamp Thing's trying to escape. Or that, or it's literally the Thing. It's like I've seen that head before in the body. The Thing is trying to escape. Never mind. Kill the Stug. The Stug has been infected. Oh my god. Don't worry, sir. We're either gonna save you or brutally murder you. One of the 2 options is viable. He's still trying to get out. He's like, help me, please. Anyway, IL-2 bomb strike coming in to end his pain and suffering. Come on, do it. No, you killed the MG. You're supposed to kill him. He's the one suffering in there. And I think it's a conscript too. Oh my god. Anyway, conscript's trying to hold the line and maybe give sight for the Zis. At the very least they killed the Maxim, so suppression should be removed shortly. And allow their forces to move on in. Meanwhile, Plaz, finally using some of that manpower, even if it's slightly, is pushing in on the right, getting more of a Sodatin, overwhelming the MG and British defenses over here. British not slacking in overall men. They are doing pretty well. They're just kind of spread a little thin as assisting the left, mid, and right. But right now, who is definitely keeping up the pressure? Panzer Grenadiers retreating, though, after the Maxim hit them. Mortar's still there, and now even ISU 152. Gets a great shot on the command tank. Drops smoke to try to escape. No, Plaz with special operations. Okay. Command tank taking the smart route and going backwards up here rather than going down this way and being sniped by an AT gun. So I'll give credit where credit's due in that regard. Meanwhile, British are fighting on the right. Once again, oh no, hit the mine, hit the mine, hit the mine. Oh, that mine is just waiting for someone to hit it. It's like a toy in Toy Story where it's like, please, and you play with me. And in this case, it's like the mine's hoping that it just blows up and dies. He's a Meeseeks. That's what a mine is. He's a Meeseeks. He waits for death and then is happy when he receives it, because then he knows he actually killed someone else. Cromwell coming on in, hitting the Obelsadon, trying to drive it. Yeah, definitely drives it back. Obelsadon, while heavier infantry still need to retreat with that thing on the field. Another Command Panther on the field, so Plaza's burning through his manpower and fuel now. Fuel-wise, he's incredibly low. Who does have the Elephant as an option, so that might counter the IC-152. Stug and Command Tank, I don't think have enough AT firepower to really bring down that behemoth. I just don't think that's the case. Now, maybe with the pack and, I was going to say a Panzerfaust, but you don't have any Grenadiers because you chose the Panzer Grenadier option. That could be a thing. ISU-152 moving on in, coming at all this armor. Now, they need sight. Luckily, they're destroying some of the mines. Stug is turning. Bounces off the IC-152. He realizes his target. Switches to armor-piercing rounds. Surprised he wasn't prepped for it, but I guess he was expecting infantry or something. Conscripts using their bodies to clear mines. I wouldn't say it's an expert maneuver, but it is definitely a Soviet maneuver. Anyway, Panther currently having some issues, and by issues, hits a mine, probably got hit by a Firefly, and is slowly trying to hide in shame as it limps back to base. But the Brits may not let it. Missed the shot. Oh, I think it missed the shot. AT coming on in. Unfortunately, the path might hit the truck. Obelsadon being suppressed. Gets the kill. And although the AT gun fires through the truck, 6-pounder coming on in. Panzer Grenadiers falling back. Mortar kind of misses the shot. Or maybe it hit it, but very least didn't kill it. ISU-152 is now looking at sights on the Command Tank and the PaK-40. See, this is the problem with who going with the Elephant. It's going to delay you getting additional armor. Now, if the Elephant pays off, great, but otherwise you're currently being pushed back because you just don't have the firepower to deal with this thing. This thing is meant to kill armor and infantry with ease. So, it's just one of those things. Anyway, British infantry section falling on back. Infantry could try to take that point. Conscripts take over that capture point. Pioneer Squad moving on in. Most likely trying to burn the PaK-40. Additional PaK-40 on standby. So at least he has double PaK-40. That could work. My only concern is if they advance, or even on like a kind of just like a flanking action and only get 1 or 2 hits, even the double PaK-43 doesn't have, like, none of their units have an ability to stun or stop. And maybe this Stug, but like they don't have a Panzerfaust or something like that to really just keep things down. And I don't think Teller mines were placed, so that could be a big issue for if the IC-152 decides to be like, hey, I'm going to come on over and just start wrecking stuff. Volk squads being suppressed by the MG we saw over here. That trench is so low on health. It is not, yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good. And the reason why I say that is just because they're so low on health. Now, luckily, he realized that situation and does pull back. So I will give him absolute... oh, God. I do enjoy the fact, like, okay, not going well, let me pull back instead of just trying to hold the line. Looks like they will go for the point. And even though the Axis managed to counter the Allies and push them down, the triple cap will just further... just further complicate that issue of being all their VPs slowly going down. Panzer Grenadiers moving on in, but nice shot with the IC-152. Stug very low, still getting shots. IC-152 could finish it off if he saw his sights. He was probably out of range. Bundle grenade almost hits his a Panzer Grenadier. Not sure if he... Wait, did he? No, his ally threw it, so his ally almost killed his partner there. We have a Elephant now on the field. So we got, we got ourselves possibly a tank destroyer fight. Very interesting. Meanwhile, German infantry is preparing for a push. Again, the Brits did clear the area, and they still have some decent infantry guarding. Cromwell is on the front, coming in to help deal with this. We do have an AT gun, but a quick maneuvering could knock it out. But again, the Volk squads could pound a Faust as well. Conscripts pushing on in. They do knock out the command tank. Command tank, nice shot on the infantry up the Vet 2. 37 kills. I take back all I said. This thing is doing amazing work. IL-2 bomb strike being called in, and the fire strike will neutralize the Panzer headquarters. That's gonna, well, be a big hamper because that means almost Sadat, no more Panthers or Panzer IVs. And yeah, you need to swear to get yourself a Command Panther. So right now, Plaza's in a situation where he's stuck with what he got. So now we can quickly build the Panzer headquarters again. That's absolutely, but it will delay him from getting additional armor if that was his goal in the next minute or two. Great grenade! Oh my god, there's so many dead men. Supero just lost. That grenade. Hold on. That grenade, unless I'm mistaken, and I could very well be, give me one moment on that other Panzer Grenadier squad. I think that grenade killed like 15 infantry. Wait, no, not 15. No, wait, 5. No, 3, 5, and 5, 13. It killed 13 infantry units with a single grenade. Hot damn! Good job, Who. Good job. I assume 5-2, only 3 kills. Elephant getting ready for a nice little battle between armor. The Soviets do have a small advantage. They can use the flares on the mortar. Again, combos, guys. Combos really do work. Anyway, recon it and then fire. Also bring up the ZIS-3 to provide, well, not artillery support, but AT support. Although if they start healing, already support it, and then maybe you kill the squads. Win-win. Anyway, MG kind of setting on up. We have the Brits. I'm going to say wait, a beeline for the middle? No, he's still waiting. Royal Engineers are heading over to right to capture the point. Armored car pushing back the Volk squad. I guess he just was like, no, I'm not dealing with it. Armored car upgrade, interesting. Hey, not a bad idea for the Brits, especially from armored vehicle. The armored car kind of loses more effectiveness as it's fighting heavier armor, so have it kind of stay back and be more of a support unit. Not terrible, actually. Kind of actually enjoy that. Just simply because of the fact that at least you can help and support your teammates, or like, not your teammates, your soldiers, stuff like that. Anyway, let's see. Katusha now on the front. And again, the Soviets looking very thick right now with their total men. Elephant on standby waiting for a target. Katusha as well waiting for a target. Germans moving into mid. Guards troops going to have to get to cover to hold because they're about to have a heck of a fight. Right now, British forces, not British, there you go, 6-pounder and British infantry coming in to support. Katusha opening fire. Can we get some kills? Volk squad gets a nice rocket to the face. Sudan also very low. Can the rockets kill it? Nope, they managed to get through. But the Volk squad, Vet 5 might be shredded. Nope, DPs are, unfortunately, not enough to put it down. He does escape, although he only had 2 models left. Cromwell's being called in. So that's 2 medium vehicles. Pla's still relatively down. He still has not gone to Panzer headquarters, so I'm unsure what he's doing. Conscripts kind of moving on in. Maybe get some nice AT grenades. Again, I assume 5-2. Be very careful. Elephant does get sight, because again, recon's in effect. Nice shot with the ZIS-3 though. Elephant taking a lot of hits. Maybe they can call... Oh, they're not even close to an IL-2 bomb strike. Never mind. Bounce. AT grenade pins it. IL-2 bomb strike would have been perfect there. Mark target, though, in effect for what? Elephant. Okay. Is this still firing on the Stug? They're waiting for an AT grenade or maybe throwing it. They're hitting the Elephant again down the... Oh, I think like 55% of the health has been destroyed. So not too shabby whatsoever. At least they're putting on the pressure and trying to drive them back. Meanwhile, Oh my god. Command vehicle. Oh, man. You had to watch your ally die from the pack. The pack killed it. Maybe the Brits infantry section. Not exactly sure what did it. Yeah, unsure what killed the post. But at the very least, they knocked out the Panzer Werfer, which means no artillery for Who. Right now, British forces putting a lot of pressure on Who. Right now, Plaz needs to advance, but most of his units on the front right now are support. Most of his units are frontline basers coming up now. They're... Poor Stug. He really tried to hold the line. Right now we're in a situation where the Brits are number 1. They're taking control and they're trying desperately to take mid. Come on, you can do this, guys. I believe in you. We have smoke going down to keep the Sudan from being shot at from any armor without direct fire being an option. And again, the nice thing about smoke is you can be anywhere on the other side and the enemy doesn't know exactly where it is. You can get lucky and hit it, or you get caught on a Katusha and just wipe everything in that center point. So, that works too. But that being said, the Katusha, while it did push back 1 squad, you don't have to worry about these 3 squads moving along the left-hand side. Though MG looks like might start suppressing, which might reveal its position, which might allow a Joker's laugh to kind of, move around. MG on standby is an MG34. No, MG42. So the MG42 could open fire, armor-piercing rounds, just saying. Come on, that's an option, guys. Why not? Recon going ahead once again by Who, but also very low on munitions. So that could be a bit of a risk for using so much, especially if you need to do a mass Panzerfaust, and you can only use one. Maxim gets recruited. Bundle grenade, I assume, is in the near future. British forces trying to push back. They, unfortunately, are not able to in time for the MG to be knocked out. Elephant is now in mid. Interesting. And Panzerwerfer's coming on in, although it looks like he's just walked out of the area. So he's relatively fine. Pack 40 recruited by the Brits, not a bad idea, especially versus an Elephant. All the AT you can get is pretty sweet. And it's a battle over mid. Resource-wise, the Allies are definitely down. Axis on top with double caches really helping out, especially in the fuel department. And also the map control they currently have is pretty nice. Now again, they still need to capture some territory, or the Allies need to capture some territory left down the middle of nowhere, just uncapped. But at the very least, it looks like the population-wise, it looks like the Allies are still on top. Pack 40 hitting the command tank. Again, it's boosting them, allowing more health. One last shot would do it. Zis fires, misses the target, and the command tank manages to get out in one piece. Wow, how many kills this thing have? 41. That thing's my MVP. That thing is absolutely my MVP. No question. Like, I don't think there's any other unit in this game that's even gotten that close. Panzer Grenadiers. Never mind, I take that back. Panzer Grenadiers have 45 kills. I'll eat crow once again. MG's just shattering that Panzer Grenadier squad, forcing it back. Plaus, on the other hand, let's see. He has some 20s, but he doesn't have like a higher tier one. So just a heads up on that. Anyway, middle being capped by the Soviets. They do have right with a British infantry section on standby in case they try to go for the point. I mean, not a bad idea if they do have something. I'm not saying they do, or why would they, but if they went Fallschirmjägers or Jaeger squads and they tried to pop in from behind, yeah, it probably, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, no, Stormtroopers, my apologies. It probably wouldn't do all that much, because they will just spawn back a base and be like, dang it. Panzerwerfer, though, getting an excellent shot, nice spread, and knocks out the AT gun, neutralizing it, allowing hopefully some additional armor support to come through mid and just start sweeping up shop. Panzer Grenadiers moving along the right-hand side against the 6-pounder, shredding it very quickly. There is a mine there. I mean, don't get me wrong, these mines are great in case the enemy does like a charge, then you can snare them and get them. But unfortunately, I think some of the areas could be slightly better, just because while vehicles will most likely go on that, that doesn't mean that armor's going to be, not armor, infantry is going to be on that. That's probably the one thing you have to worry about, honestly. Anyway, Albastadan kind of on standby. IC-152 moving on in, still switched to armor-piercing rounds. On the far left, we have an MG suppressing, well, the flamethrower squad. I guess he'll have to attack with a Bulker 2 or 3 separate directions and then burn him out, if he's lucky. Katusha seems to be driving away the Germans, allowing for a large force retreating, which should hopefully allow for the Brits to recap mid. Command tank, though, coming on in to provide extra defense. Trying his best to hold. Bundle grenade being thrown. Does do a lot of damage, especially against Royal Engineers. They have to fall back. Armored car opening fire. Artillery support inbound against the armor. We have a normal Panzer IV. For how long, I have no idea, but we do. Right next to the artillery, by the way. Best place to park your tank in an arty field. Anyway, Panzer IV being hit by the IC-152, losing its main engine and falling back. Panzer IV on standby. Short barrel trying to hold back the infantry. Again, IC-152 has to be so careful because it needs to move, but it also needs to be in a situation where it's like, okay, if I stay here, I'm going to die. I need to make sure I get out in one piece. I know when to switch arm-piercing and explosive and all that stuff that kind of makes a good Su-85 commander and a not-so-good Panzer IV commander. Anyway, MG currently being set down, AT gun in place. Right now, the Allies and Axis battling out, but again, seems like right now the Allies are in a little bit more of a detriment with Plaz moving on in to grab that point. So what do? Volk Squad moving on in against the armored car, Vet 2 by the way. Volk Squad being torn apart by the Quaxel machine gun. Main gun opening fire, missing the shot, but it did enough. Katusha point blank range firing. Oh my god, almost done. If only there was a Brit squad with a Bren, he probably would have been toast. The Brits have a really good armor force, even though they're made out of Cromwells. But that being said, the Germans are now bringing out the big guns. We have the King Tiger by Plaz because, you know, he has to bring out the... He needs to bring out this. Along with the elephant guys, it's like, yes, we're bringing out the big guys. And that's exactly what the Germans are doing. Right now, they're advancing easily, pushing back a conscript squad with both these armored vehicles. The armored vehicle almost bringing a tree with him, it looked like, for a moment. But very nice to see. Now, the question is, how do you get rid of these armored vehicles? Well, that's simple, guys. A T-34 Ram. Might be sound a little contradictory, but, you know, a sacrifice for the few to save the many. Just pointing out. Let's see. So a T-34 could easily be deployed if some conscripts made the worthy sacrifice themselves, or you use the guards troops mixed in with a few other forces to kind of keep them contained, because right now the left side is completely open. A flank is entirely possible. King Tiger, though, continuing the pressure. If they want to fight forward, that's fine. That's just not going to win. Pack gun and 6-pounder were decrewed, by the way. There is a Zis-3 on standby. Katusha firing, actually, where the King Tiger's going. Also done, being shredded, might die. Oh, super low though, super incredibly low. One straight bullet or cough and he would be dead. Panzer IV coming along the left hand side, not a bad idea. Try to break them up. Unfortunately, Zis-3 is slowly wearing him down and pushing him back. ICM-52 unsure why he's not engaging. Oh, he's waiting for it. They're going to do a big armor push, aren't they? Alright, the Brits don't have a special ability to call in against armor. They can hold back the infantry, though, with the flames. IL-2 bomb strike or even mark target would be very benefit. Is that an explosive round? You need armor piercing. You need the armor piercing. Anyway, medium tanks, though, it looks like from who are on the left-hand side. Now, they could flank if necessary. Now, again, versing a heavy tank, it is somewhat scary. But that being said, they are big targets. Alright, there are big targets. You have your own big heavy vehicle. So you just start a little war, bring in the elephant, guard troops and stuff, a T-grenade, boom, bada bang, you're looking good. Oh my god. Okay, you finally realized in switching. Meanwhile, we got armor on the right. Is there any teller mines or other mines? I don't see anything. So a flank on the right side is entirely possible. A T-grenade doing damage. Guard troops hitting it. ICM-52 hitting it. Elephant down. Also at the Vet 2. Flank now coming on left side. The Soviets have no mines. No mine defense whatsoever. That or it got blown up. Wait, we have one Cromwell coming on in the flank. Panzer IV still diving, even though that's a red flag. Firefly is well turning. Oh, the armor is pushing on in against the Firefly. ICM-52 being flanked again. Can't turn its turret. Still going to provide support on the front. Does get neutralized. And again, we have 3 minutes before the new one can be called out. So, excellent flank. Meanwhile, we have the other Cromwell kind of hovering on the right. IL-2 bomb strike coming in. King Tiger's pulling back. We do have another Cromwell way behind the base. Could take out this. Most likely, IL-2 bomb strike is going to miss. King Tiger, yeah, totally fine at this. Katusha's raining down hell in mid. Again, allies need to make a desperate gamble to take this position. Su-85, T-34, something. Meanwhile, the Cromwell is actually on left. Panzer IV looking for it. Cromwell could kill it. Come on. Does get the kill. So at least that's one kill. The poor Panzer. The other one just executed the Cromwell. But hey, at least they killed the unit. Population-wise, it may look grim for the Allies because of those losses, but actually, they're not too bad. Sapporo is actually in a position where, even though he's down, get some Royal Engineers to quickly heal. You're not in a bad state. Firefly as well is still active in up to Veterancy 2, although not a lot of munitions for additional strikes. Haha could easily deploy a T-34 and Su-85 to help combat. Again, an elephant's great, but if you have enough AT, you can drive it off. That is entirely possible. Meanwhile, on the German side, Plaz has plenty of resources, so his army is pretty much going to be uncontested. But who, on the other hand, that's a little different story. He's getting a Panzer IV, but he doesn't have a ton of resources on the backdrop. You knock out him, that would be a big drop. Now, I know the Allies can't see that. There's no way they can know, necessarily. I mean, they have been weakening him down. But anyway, so if they could maybe try to knock out a lot of, like, the left side and really put a lot of pressure on who, that might be the linchpin they need to, like, just crack and break down the German, well, the German forces in mid, or 17-pounder. Did not think of that, but yeah, that's entirely reasonable. 17-pounder will rip and tear through King Tiger's front armor if they can actually shoot it. Katusha's laying down a lot of fire all over the map, pushing back a lot of infantry, also revealing the King Tiger. 17-pounder having a bit of an issue with the infantry right there, but still wrecking the... Oh, great Gammon... Wait, is that Gammon Bomb? I want to make sure it's a Gammon Bomb. Something just exploded it. I don't think they have grenades. They don't, so something. King Tiger very low on health, about, what, 30%? So, yeah, definitely needs to pull on back another shot or two and that thing would have been gone. Meanwhile, though, again, the allies are currently down in VPs. They need to watch those points. Elephant getting some serious range, actually out-sniping because of that trench position. If only he had the IL-2 bomb strike saved up, he could absolutely crush that thing. Also, T-34 could go in behind and wreck it. They need to deal with the Panzer IVs, which maybe they need their own fleet of T-34s or an Su-85 combo. Pack 40 coming on in, knocks out the 17-pounder. So Morrow, again, still fine. He has 300 fuel and 900 manpower, not munitions. He's very low on munitions, but still. Volk Squad of Saddam moving on in. A lot of kills for these guys. Holy crap. They're doing very well. Unfortunately, the Command Panther did die, but 51 kills for the Panzer Grenadiers. Exceptionally well. Plane almost killed, I think maybe killed one model from this mortar. But not great. Flamethrower trying to hold them back. They need more anti-infantry units on the front. Well, ICU-52 is coming on in. Maybe it can deal that damage. Conscript still trying to hold maybe a Molotov cocktail. Armored car coming on in. 12 kills. Mortar. There's the Molotov. Hits the Obel Sudan. Obel Sudan, though, can reiterate, or retort. Or not. Never mind. ICU-52 gets a great shot. Kills the Obel Sudan. I think the Molotov actually did that. And the Volk Squad barely limps back to base. Not a huge loss for him, but it's not a loss in terms of, how do I put this? Not a loss in terms of manpower or losing a unit because, again, so much in reserve, he can easily deploy it. The big issue is veterancy. That veteran unit is incredibly valuable. So if you get a new one, that's fine. It just doesn't have the perks the veteran one did, especially because I think it was Vet 5. Cromwell, oh boy. We'll see what happens. They have to hit right. Oh, nice job. Again, Plaz playing the game for long term. He's like, all right, I'm going to send a few units right. We may not hold mid, but we just need to keep them decapped. So even if we keep the battle going here, and we maybe decap this point, we may delay them enough to win the game just via VPs. British infantry needs to pull on back. Again, don't waste your men like that. Always try to get out. I know it's like maybe a last-minute sacrifice to keep the point under your control, but you have additional men right behind it. You definitely want to like get them out. Panzer Force coming on in, trying to hit the Pack 40. This got decrewed. Elephant doing really well entrenched, and yeah, Panzer IVs were holding against the AT fire. ICM-52 got pushed back, and that's it. The Allies lost, the Germans won. Good job, Who. Thanks for submitting this replay. Double check the after action report, and what do we find? Well, we find ourselves with a Zis gun with 9,900 damage. Alright, very nice. So the Soviets, 48,000 damage to almost 49. And most kills. A lot of losses, though, especially for the Brits, but they did really well. I think there were some plays that they could have maybe tried not to. I know it seems counterintuitive to just ignore heavy armor, but if you take the flanks and just surround it, the one Cromwell that went from behind, I think had a good idea. Su-85 could also help for support. Meanwhile, on the German side, yeah, Who did really, really well. 55,000 damage, 229 kills. Let's double check everyone's MVP real quick. The Brits, I think it's going to be, yeah, the British infantry, 58 kills, although it took a number of losses right there. Plaz, he got 97 kills with Sadan, doing extremely well. And Who is going to be Panzer? No, Elephant, 20,000 damage, MVP of the game. Very nice. Again, good defense with the Panzer IVs coming in to save it. So, again, good use there. I do think a little more map control by the Allies really would have paid off for them, because I think, again, they had a rather large army. The Germans, I think, were down quite a bit for a good chunk of the game. I just think the Germans had way better map control in terms of holding the VPs and doing what they can even with a smaller force. But hey, what do you guys think? Leave it down below. But it's been Greyshot17, and yeah, and I'm going through your replays, so remember to send them in to greyshotproductions@gmail.com, and I'll take a look. But I'll see you guys next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot, and before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Milam, Joey G240, Anton, Bishara, Ion, PyroShark, Ace, and Jakub. Seriously guys, thank you so much for your amazing support, especially over the past month. Been through a lot of personal hurdles, but you guys make it a little easier knowing that you guys support me. And same thing with the patrons down below. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see all of you next time.